Now, White House Chief of Staff John Kelly is not happy with Ivanka Trump's role in the White House. Now, personally, I'd like to find out what the hell that role actually is because I have no idea. What does she actually do? Exactly, that's the question. Now, according to a source talking to CNN, Kelly has complained privately that she is just playing government. She's not actually doing anything. She's playing government. Oh, well, okay. That makes sense. She's not a politician. She has no experience, no relevant skills, and brings nothing to the table. Yes, she is playing government. So, and look, I'm kind of surprised that it took this long for John Kelly to get upset. Just saying. Now, according to the report, several White House officials have said the lines are beginning to blur between Ivanka Trump's role as a senior advisor and first daughter. And Kelly's expressed irritation with what he sees as her jumping between those two roles when it's convenient. So basically, she's trying to have it all. She's trying to be daughter, first daughter, and also political advisor to the president. Now, let me give you an example here. Now, her role is she is an advisor to the president. So, look, when it comes to the actions of the president, you should be able to ask her a question. Well, they did about her father's sexual accusers in the midst of the Me Too movement. So here's her answer on that question.
I think it's a pretty inappropriate question to ask a daughter if she believes the accusers of her father when he's affirmatively stated that there's no truth to it. I believe my father. I know my father.
It's an inappropriate question. I think it's very inappropriate to ask a daughter. Well, then they're not asking you as a daughter. They're asking you as one of President Trump's innermost cabinet members. One of his advisors, his closest advisors. We're not asking you as a daughter. Look, again, you can't have it both ways. You are either first daughter or a senior level White House official. And in that case, if you are, then you should be able to answer questions. Look, her father has been accused of sexual assault. Not by one woman, not by two women, by a lot of women. Okay? And so, yes, you should be able to answer that question. If you can't, there's the door. Get out, get out, get out. Again, what does she do there anyway? Didn't do anything. The one thing maybe she might get a little bit of credit for, and something that actually got dismissed about a lot by John Kelly, was her proposal to increase the child tax credit. Well, they called that a pet project. Way to help women there. Again, nothing on sexual harassment, nothing on fair wages, nothing like that. Just Ivanka herself. There's nothing there. There's just nothing there. Now, another source familiar with the president's thinking says Ivanka's influence on his decision-making has been exaggerated. Gee, you think? No, she has no influence on his decision-making. None whatsoever. And again, she was supposed to be the liberal voice. Well, so much for being liberal. She ain't liberal at all. No, she, just like Melania, right? She's like, oh, I'm there. I'm going to say certain things, but you think Trump's going to listen? You think Donald Trump's going to listen to that? You think he's going to follow that example? Absolutely not. I mean, for Christ's sakes, Melania's out there talking about you need to be kind to people and not bully people on social media. Well, maybe you should apply that to your home. Just saying. Or maybe you should apply that to your husband. Yeah. So, as I said, there's nothing there. Now, he generally, as I said, does not heed her advice when it comes to serious policy debate. And again, she doesn't really know anything, so I guess that makes sense. And look, she was in favor, and a good example of this, she was in favor of staying in the Paris Climate Agreement. He was not, and guess what? We are no longer in the Paris Climate Agreement. But she is looked at in the West Wing as one of the few people who can sue the president when he is indignant or angry. Okay, well, that's at least one thing that she does. She sues him from while he's angry. Now, knowing that, what is she even doing as a leader of a delegation to South Korea? I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's nepotism. Unfortunately, it's nepotism of the real kind, of the legal kind, right? According to CNN, the decision to send her to South Korea did not sit well with some of the senior officials in the West Wing. Kelly, for example, was not enthusiastic about a South Korea trip, according to a person close to President Trump said, largely because of the situation with North Korea and how you might actually need some sort of diplomacy there. Now, does Ivanka Trump have any idea how to do diplomacy? No, she's not a diplomat. All she is a spoiled, entitled daughter who grew up with money. And that's it. She doesn't know policy. She doesn't know diplomacy. She brings nothing to the table. In fact, this person said, this isn't like going to Italy. The stakes are far higher and more complex. Now, the concerns of Kelly and others about Ms. Trump were aired in private. According to people familiar with the matter, Kelly was advised by those closest to him that it would be a losing battle to oppose Ivanka as the delegation's leader. That's the problem. You're going to have Ivanka Trump, little girl, who's going to, be put above everything else. Family is going to come first. So it doesn't matter if the policy is incredibly important or if the position is incredibly important. Doesn't matter to Trump. He's going to put family first. That is the problem. That's why you don't hire your family and put them into positions. That's why we have nepotism laws. But unfortunately, as I said, since she is not put at the head of any agency, but is instead an advisor, she can stay in the White House and even have an office inside of the White House. Now, this has Kelly pissed for two different reasons. For one, I guess he is mad that Ivanka Trump is leading this delegation, but he's also mad that he's in the position of having to decide whether or not to give Jared Kushner security clearance. Now, look, I don't think Jared Kushner should be trusted with security clearance, but he's stuck in the position of either give him that clearance that he does not need, or, well, he needs it for the job, but that he does not deserve, or he risks the wrath of denying a member of the Trump family. So he's in a tough spot. I don't envy him at all. In fact, I do not think he's actually going to last in this position. It's no secret that John Kelly, not a fan of Ivanka Trump or Jared Kushner, and they in turn are not a fan of John Kelly. Look, it's been reported earlier that Kelly basically cut off access to her father in the White House. You don't do that. And now, of course, the knives are out, and this is the continuance of the feud. Tick-tock, man, he is not going to last. Especially now that this is out in the press. And it kind of makes you wonder who actually leaked it. Again, mark my words. John Kelly, not going to last. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.